In his own defense, today, former Tampa Police Captain Curtis Reeves took the stand in his murder trial. He told the jury that he had no choice but to shoot Chad Olson as the two argued inside a Wesley Chapel movie theater back in 2014. 10 Tampa Bay's Eric Glasser, he has been there from the very beginning. Eric, legal experts say there is always a risk when the defendant takes the stand.
Yeah, that's true, Josh, but don't forget, Curtis Reeves was a police officer most of his career. He is no stranger to testifying in court and had years to prepare for this day.
Did you shoot Mr. Olson because of popcorn?
I shot Mr. Olson because I thought he was going to seriously injure me or potentially kill me.
Curtis Reeves testified this was never about popcorn, that he didn't shoot Chad Olson out of rage or fury, but fear.
I'm looking up at this guy, and he looked like a monster standing there.
Reeves testified he thought he was struck by something, his vision went blurry, and that Olson was trying to come over the seats.
At some point at that time, I had no other choice, and I reached for my pistol.
Reeves' testimony was clearly different from several eyewitnesses who described the former police captain as angry or grumpy that day.
Were you mad?
No, sir.
Still, no other witnesses could corroborate Reeves' testimony that Olson threw anything other than popcorn. No punch, no phone. Prosecutors questioned Reeves about the police training he says led him to make that fateful split-second decision, why he hadn't used those skills to de-escalate the situation instead by simply moving.
And your wife actually mentioned it to you, but you decided that you weren't going to move.
Yes.
His defense lawyers tried to paint Reeves as an aging man in declining health, a fragility that justified his actions. But under intense questioning, Reeves himself admitted,
I don't think it had anything to do with being vulnerable.
His defense lawyers asked Reeves more bluntly,
Did you want to shoot Chad Olson?
I didn't want to shoot anybody. I came to the theater with my family to enjoy a movie, not to be attacked by some guy that's out of control.
I can tell you that there were a lot of inconsistencies in Curtis Reeves' testimony between what he said to investigators on the day of this shooting back in 2014 and what he told the jury today in court. And the prosecution was quick to point out almost every one of them. So did he do himself a favor by getting on the stand and testifying on his own behalf? We'll see. Closing arguments take place tomorrow morning. The jury should have this case by the afternoon.
And you can watch it all live, streamed on your Fire TV or Roku. Just look for our 10 Tampa Bay app in your app store.